What's up, guys? It's Conversation back here for another video, and today we're going to talk about League of Legends Wild Rift. So I know that it's only available in some countries, but for some of you who are enjoying the game, experiencing the game, hopefully this will help you. And of course, what better way to start the video, but of course to talk about the settings, right? So the settings here, if you're gonna go to the gear icon, you can see the settings that you have. So basically you have three settings. You have four buttons right here: the general, the controls, the quick chat, and the block list. So basically from there, you can improve your gameplay, and hopefully this video will help you. So let's start with the general. This will not really you know help you in your gameplay, but it will help, of course, in your general settings. Okay, number one, of course, is your in-game chat. Of course, if you want to talk to other people on the opposing team or just on your team, you just respectively check the box what you want to do. Next up, display match results. So basically what this does, if this is on, you can go to your friends list, right? I'm just gonna sample my account here. Okay, you go to your friends list, and basically you will go to their their your friends. And yes, I am a Singe main. Top lane, emerald tree. Yeah, a lot of hard work. But if you go to your match history, basically your friends will be able to show you your match history, the victories, the defeats, what game modes are you playing, etc. If that is on. If that is off, you will not see anything on your match history. So that that's your display match results. Next up is open invitation. Basically, if it's on, anyone can invite you in your friends list, etc. Hide friend requests. Basically, if there's a new friend request, something here, okay, something in this portion will pop up, and basically it will show you that this person sent your friend request. If you don't want that pop up, you can just go ahead and turn this on. If it's on, it will not pop up, and yeah, basically it's just gonna show something like this right there. Okay, so yeah, you see the dot right there. Okay, that's that. Okay, next up is invite pop-up. So again, if someone invites you, okay, it will automatically, whatever you're doing, okay, you are checking, adjusting your settings. Basically it will suddenly pop up, and you can just accept or decline according to what you wish. Next up is chat filter. So if you don't want profanity, turn it on. If you like profanity, then just turn it off. Okay, but keep in mind, of course, you can get banned if you use profanity. So just keep it mild, keep it mild. Next up is this display achievement. So what this does is basically, again, just like if you're looking at your friend here, if it's display achievements on, basically you can see their achievements, what have they been doing in their life. But if it's off, then you can hide that by just turning this off, right? Okay, and you have, of course, your other settings here, your account settings. You can set it all to default if you really want, right? Terms of service, privacy policy, etc. Of course, you can sign out if you want to. Okay, that's general. Next, we go to graphics. So basically, this is very, very self-explanatory. I mean, if you like your graphics, of course, everyone wants their graphics to be good, but some devices cannot handle this, very, very ultra high definition graphics, right? So you adjust that according to your phone. And yeah, basically Riot custom recommended presets right here, so you can just check on the box that you want to. So you can go performance, balance, high definition, ultra high definition. Me, I'm on a high-end phone, so I can handle ultra high definition without any lag, anything whatsoever. Next up is this 60 FPS. Basically, again, if your phone can handle, my phone can handle it, but if I'm using 60 FPS, my phone is heating up. If I turn this off, no matter how many games I played, my phone will not heat up. So yeah, that's that. It's based on the performance of your phone. If you can though, it will do drastically improve, your gameplay. So that's that. Resolution again, you change it according to your will. Got post processing here. So what this post processing does is basically you go to your champion that you want, like let's say Darius, and basically if that's on, it will have a much more good graphics, etc. So yeah, I turn it off because I don't really I don't really go usually here. I just play, I climb the ranks, etc. So yeah, that's why I turned that off. Okay, next up is floating text. So what this floating text does is basically if you're going to load into a match, right, you use your skill and suddenly there's this damage numbers. So that damage numbers, if you don't want that, you can turn that off. But if this is, I believe, default on, so you can see your damage. Oh, I crit for 500 damage, etc. So I turn it on so that I can see things that I do. Okay, next up is the interface animations. So basically what this does is if basically if you're switching, right, to things, if you're closing, going to your menu, right, you see like some sort of delay, some sort of animation. So if you don't want that, right, you can just turn that off. But for me, I want to experience that. Let me show you. I'm gonna turn it off, okay, and you see the difference right there. So you go there, just suddenly without any animation. It's just a small animation, so I just turned it on. So see that brief delay, see those pop-up things. So yeah, that's that. Next up is character inking. So basically, let me go to a actual match here. Okay, so basically what this character inking does is it just gives you a border, to the character. So basically here you can see Jinx. I cannot zoom, so unfortunately, right? But then you put in character inking, there's some sort of like a black outline, like you can see, like it's much more high definition. So this is good for if you're team fighting and there's a lot of things, there's a lot of champions attacking, so that will help you. But for me, I turned that off. Next up is map brightness, so how bright you want your map. Okay, you got that. Next up is FOW bright. FOW, if you don't know, it means fog of war. So yeah, basically if you adjust how bright you want the fog of war to be, that's that. Next up is screen edge offset. Basically what does this do? For some devices that have like a edge screen, right, you can adjust the screen so that it will become much more compact, so that it will not go to your edge screen. So yeah, it's basically designed to help those players who have an edge screen phones. So that's that. Next up, you go to your sound, basically a vibrate alert. So if you're queuing up to a match, that will vibrate and things. You have your sound effects, you adjust that, champion voice over music, voice chat, so you adjust that according to what you wish. Next up, we go to control. So basically this will drastically improve your gameplay, so I suggest you take a look at first before you go and climb the rank up. So I'm gonna go to a practice right here, so let's go. I'm gonna use Jinx for now. Going to practice mode. So first up, for our settings for your gameplay right here, your controls, basically you have portrait lock. So basically what does portrait lock do is if you turn this on, okay, you can see this button right here, and basically this is the portrait of the champion. I'm on a practice game, so it's just this generic thing. So yeah, this is basically useful if for marksman, right? You target your champion, you click on that, and basically all your auto attacks, it will as you can see, it does not attack the minions. You're only locked on the portrait that you click. So if you want that, some people, a lot of players actually want that on, but for me, I do not really want that. I don't know, it just takes up space, I guess, in my field of vision right here, so I don't really want that. Next up is our force attack follow. So basically, what does force attack follow do? If you turn that on, right? Basically, if you attack a champion or a minion, basically what will that do? Even if, see, Jinx is moving, even if the dummy is out of range, and that will basically force your character to follow the thing, you know, the champion that he or she is attacking, just like that. So me, I turn it off because I use the analog, you know, to position myself, and I don't really want to, you know, I don't want any distraction from that. I'm using the analog stick so that I can position my character well. I don't use the force attack follow. Next up, targeting priority. So basically you have the low health percentage. So basically you are attacking those, you know, your champions or minions who have the lowest health based on the percentage, right? If you choose the percentage, if you choose the absolute, this is like the absolute number that they have. So basically, right, as you can see here, so basically what will that do is basically you are attacking based on the absolute number, the amount of health that they have, not based on the percentage that they have, but on the absolute number. So if one champion, like for example a tank versus a marksman, right, the tank has 3000 health and the marksman has, of course, 1500 health, then what will that do is you're going to attack the 1500 marksman even though the tank is, you know, like already at low health or anything, low health. So yeah, basically you adjust your settings according to how you wish. For me, I use the percentage so that, you know, those who are 0% or nearing 0%, right, I can basically attack them and kill them. That's that. Next up is dash in, move in directions. Basically what does this do is I'm gonna use the flash, okay? Those characters of dashes like Lee Sin, Ezreal's Arcane Shift, what else? You know those characters of dashes. Jinx doesn't have a dash except for the flash, of course. Basically, what will that do is if you tap the flash here, it will move in the direction that you are facing. You do not need to aim it, right? You do not need to hold it or aim it like that. What you want to do is you just go into the direction that you want to go. So let's say I'm running away from the enemy. Tapping the flash button will basically go to the direction that I am heading towards in. So yeah, that's that if you have it on. If it's off, you have to, you know, manually you know, adjust, right? You have to manually adjust your things, which is, you know, can be difficult at times. Next up is, of course, gonna go here, the action button. So we're gonna go to the move stick type. So basically what does this do is basically it depends on your move stick. So your move stick is, of course, here. If it's on default, okay, the first area that your finger presses on, the move stick will go there, and then it will just stay there, right? It will stay there as long as your finger is on the screen, right? It does not move or anything like that. If you don't want that, you can go to your settings. If you want your move stick to follow you, okay, basically, as you can see, it doesn't matter where, you know, I touch first, it will just continually follow my finger wherever it goes. So if you want that, you know, you can just adjust that. Next up is, of course, the lock. What does the lock do? Basically, it does not matter where I tap my finger. You know, the move stick is fixed on this part of the screen right here, on this area, just right there. Right? Okay, next up is lock button centers. Basically, what does this do? If I turn this on, right? So I'm gonna aim, not the flash. I'm gonna aim this, right? And if it's locked, right, as you can see, it just stays inside the circle, you know, inside the radius that, you know, Riot has fixed it on, right? But if I turn that off, basically wherever wherever I touch on the screen, I'm touching right now on the center of the screen. See here, it's, you know, it's still recognizing that I am aiming. Okay, so yeah, it recognizes that I'm aiming. So yeah, that's that. So I turn that off so that, you know, no matter how my finger gets off the thing, the area, it will still recognize that I am aiming. Next up is action cancel method. So basically you are aiming, but you want to, you know, you want to cancel it. If it's on default, what you can see, there will be a red, see this X button? Right, that X button will basically, if you drag your finger there, it will cancel your aiming and the skill. And if you go to the other, which is the alternative mode, right, what you want to do is you just remove it. You can see that there's no X button, right? The X button shifts to where your finger is, right there. So you just move there, and basically it will, after a certain direction or a certain distance, should I say, it will cancel the skill. So you move, you know, you change that according to what you want. Default is of course on default. Next up is button layout. So basically you can change your button layouts through this button right here. So let's go and take that. Me, I use the default. So basically here you can see the things that, you know, you have your mini map right here. You have your small mini cam. Later we'll explain what is that. You have your analog stick. You have your chat right there. And basically you can just rearrange whatever you want to do, right? You rearrange your enchant, right? Your enchant, your boot enchant. You can rearrange that. You want to rearrange your recall button, right? So yeah, basically for me, I just go with the default. But for some players, right, who have like small hands, right, they want their summoner spells to be on, you know, to be near the their skills, so that they don't have to reach all the way to the center of the screen in order to press the summoner spells. But for me, I have pretty big hands, and yeah, I just go with the default, which is this. This is the default, right? But of course you can change that according to what you want. Next up is the button aiming sensitivity. So basically you can adjust this if you're having a hard time, right? If you're having a hard time to aim your skills, you want to increase the sensitivity. You want to decrease the sensitivity, right? But if you are, I think I'm fine, right? You can just go ahead and increase that according to how you wish. And basically, yeah, I'm good. So yeah, I can basically aim properly. So yeah, I have no problems. So adjust that according to how you wish. Next up is the camera. Basically, you have aim panning. So this is a really cool mechanic that Riot added that's not in the PZ game or anything. Basically, what you want to do, right? If you're going to aim your, let's say, your ult from Jinx, as you can see, my camera move a bit, right? You can see there, Jinx is at the center, but I'm going to aim my ult, and suddenly, right, the camera shifts, right, so that I can see a much more better range to where I am going to launch my ult. Next up is the ability minicam. So basically, the ability minicam is the thing that we talked about earlier. So let's say I'm going to aim right here to attack the enemy, right? But I cannot see it. But due to that minicam, as you can see right there, you can see where your attack, what happened. Did he die? How much health does he have? You can see it on the minicam, which is a very, very good, life improvement that Riot added. Next up is the death and spectate panning. So basically, if I die here, and yeah, you can't die here. So basically, it's just how you if you die, how will you be able to pan the camera? Like, look what's happening on the map, right? If it's natural, it will go on the way where you are doing your finger, you are moving your finger. But if it's inverted, it's the,
Middle turret is under attack.
the opposite of it, right? Next up is the semi-lock camera. So basically the semi-lock camera, it will show you that there's, if that's on, there will be a button right here. This button right here will be able, you'll be able to adjust the field of view. So this is very useful for marksman. So if you're a marksman main, this is very, very important, so that you can see, right? You can kite, and you can have a wider range of view to what is happening, at your phone. Or if you want to take a look at your the back, right? If you are if you are being chased, right, you can take a look. Okay, oh no, I'm being chased, right? What's happening at my back? If you want to reset, just press the button, just like so. Up is the minimap auto pathing. So this is very, very good. If it's on, okay, what you want to do is basically you tap anywhere, okay, on your minimap. I want to go to the dragon, so I'm gonna tap right here, and it will automatically move me there. It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. I'm not moving my analog stick, so yeah, it will take me there. Now, if you turn that off, what will happen is if you tap on your map, it will just show you what's happening there, like so. Okay, right? So I cannot move. Okay, I'm just taking a look. Oh, that's happening right there. Okay, so that's that. Next up is the warding aim assist. So if you're warding, right, basically, as you can see, if I just tap the button, it will automatically put itself on the brush that is near me. Okay, now if I turn that off, what will happen is it will just put the ward to where I am heading towards. So
gun that shot other guns.
Okay. So there you can see that, yeah, it just put the ward right here, right? It's supposed to put it here, but if it's if it's off, or if it's on, yeah, if it's off, then yeah, that will do that. So I turned that on so that it's much more easier. But if you don't want, just turn it off. Next up is the level up suggestion. So yeah, basically it's just it will just show, right, what is the recommended thing to level up. But it's recommended, so it's just based on the AI, etc. So yeah, that's that. Next up is auto level up. So if you have leveled up, it will automatically level that up if you choose instant, or if you want after 10 seconds, right? Basically the AI will choose for you, and yeah, basically you don't want that. You want full control of your character, so you turn that off, right? Next up is ping magnifier. So basically, if you're going to use your ping, right, let's say I'm going to go here, right? As you can see, this bit right here, this thing, right? Okay, I cannot point it out. I'm sorry about that. Okay, but you can see at the top left, right? You can see here below, right beside my face, right? Right beside my face. If you look at where I'm looking at, right?
On my way. On my way.
Basically, there is this magnifier glass, right? So if you want that to just be fixed right on the top left, right, you go with fix. But if you want it, to follow your finger, basically you just shift it to follow your finger, and as you can see, the magnifier is now where my finger is. So I'm going to magnify Jinx, this guy, the dragon, or the Rift Herald. So yeah, me, of course, it's kind of a little bit distracting, so I just go fixed right here. So that's that, and basically that's everything that that will help you in your settings, right, for your controls, and hopefully that will help you climb the ranks much better. Next up on your settings, here in the tab, you have the quick chat, so you can just change the chat right here. They have these pre-recorded things right here, so yeah, you just change that according to how you wish. And lastly, you have the block list, which of course here you can see the list of the players that you have blocked, right? Either because they are unfriendly, they are toxic, or anything like that. So yeah, that's the block list, and that's basically it. That's your settings, and hopefully this video help you in your gameplay, and hopefully you'll have a better experience while you're playing League of Legends Wild Rift. And yeah, Thank you for watching. I'll see you around. Goodbye.